Stephanie White also has Caitlin Clark's back. And you saw that after the game when she was asked about the shooting slump.
Stephanie White's trying to reintegrate Caitlin Clark into that offense while she was sitting on the bench, and we slowed things down.
Her rhythm. I could see her finding the fun again, the excitement again. And that is exciting.
Why is Caitlin Clark's generational talent being wasted? Sophie Cunningham just dropped a bombshell about the Indiana Fever's coaching strategy, and it's got WNBA fans furious. What exactly is Stephanie White doing to stifle Clark's potential? Stick around to find out how the team's decisions could be costing them and the league big time.
Sophie Cunningham express it in that way. It does make you feel good, right? It does make you feel optimistic.
Not only does she stand up for Caitlin Clark on the court, but she stands up for Caitlin Clark in the media.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
The same word salad that Stephanie White lies says, Sophie Cunningham will say, no.
And she continued to harp on ball movement. That is a thing for her. She said, I think 77% assist rate or something like that in the game.
While you might be in love with this offense, she's back now, coach. You need to change it up. You need to switch it up.
You know what's wild? Caitlin Clark, easily one of the most exciting players in basketball right now, isn't being treated like the game-changing talent she is. Think about it. This is someone who came into the WNBA with a resume already stacked enough to turn heads. WNBA Player of the Year, highlight real moments that blew up social media, the kind of player fans couldn't wait to see dominate at the pro level. So when the Indiana Fever picked her up, there was this huge expectation: build around her, unleash her talent, and watch the team thrive. But somehow that's not what's happening. Instead, the Fever's approach under coach Stephanie White feels baffling. You've got an athlete who thrives when she's the focal point of an offense, yet White's system seems determined to keep her in a box.
And moving it side to side, that is, she said, getting everybody involved is a consistent mantra for Stephanie White. And
during games and teammates are standing there just looking, not doing anything, Sophie Cunningham will do something.
According to Sophie Cunningham, it's like forcing a square peg into a round hole. Those are her exact words. Clark is built to lead, to create, and to take over games. But when the team doesn't even put the ball in her hands enough, that's not just a head-scratcher, it's straight up wasting her potential. This disconnect is showing on the court too. Aari McDonald is running point guard, relegating Clark to more of a secondary role, and you can see how frustrating that is for her. There have been moments where Clark is wide open, ready to make something happen, but the ball simply doesn't come her way. Let's talk specifics. There was a stretch where injuries forced the Fever to lean on Clark more. Guess what? The offense actually started clicking. That's when you saw flashes of what could be, but once players returned, it was back to the same rigid system.
Stephanie White's not worried about Caitlin Clark's shooting slump, and Sophie Cunningham talks about how unique the group is and how much fun they can have together.
Stephanie White is dead set on reintegrating Caitlin Clark into this bull motion offense.
See how they do if they're able to be whole for a while there, because that hasn't been the case.
Here's the kicker. Stephanie White has admitted the team performs better when the ball runs through Clark. So why in critical moments does she sideline her? It's like putting a Ferrari in the driveway and using a golf cart instead. And the longer this goes on, the more it feels like something is being lost, not just for Clark, but for the entire franchise. What could this mean long-term? Let's dig into that next. Here's the thing. Caitlin Clark isn't just a good player. She's the kind of athlete who could completely redefine what people think about women's basketball. She's electric. Fans don't just watch her, they're drawn to her. Every time she steps on the court, it feels like anything could happen. A half-court shot, a precision, no-look pass, or taking over in crunch time.
What may have been working when Caitlin Clark was out isn't going to fly when Caitlin Clark's back. She's that damn good.
To continue to believe in the Fever season being what people thought it would be before it started, even if it didn't start that way.
She's that rare combination of entertainment and skill that makes people care about the game. But the Indiana Fever, they're wasting all of it. This isn't just about Caitlin, though. If the Fever don't change their approach, the fallout spreads far beyond one player. A generational talent like hers isn't just supposed to make herself better. She's supposed to elevate her team. She creates opportunities for others, forces defenders into impossible situations, and makes the game easier for everyone she plays alongside. That's how you turn a struggling franchise into a contender. But for that to happen, the system has to play to her strengths, not work against them.
Sophie Cunningham, one of the few players on this team that will outwardly, publicly say what many of us are fans are thinking.
Whole philosophical thing for her, and clearly not. She's not the only coach. That's a general, kind of accepted principle.
We are trying to reintegrate Caitlin Clark into an offense that was kind of productive.
Right now, the Fever are like a band with an amazing lead singer, but refusing to hand her the mic. When you look at games where Clark wasn't given room to dominate, the team's performance drops noticeably. Missed opportunities, stagnated offense, it's right there in the results. Compare that to games where Clark took over, like the one against the Dallas Wings. The Fever simplified their offense after injuries, ran everything through Clark, and suddenly they looked like a dangerous team. That's no coincidence, and the frustration is starting to show. You can see it in Clark's reactions, moments where the ball doesn't come back to her when she's set up perfectly. Analysts are noticing, fans are noticing, and it's becoming hard to ignore. Here's the kicker. Even Coach White has admitted they play their best basketball when Clark has control. Still, time after time, she's sidelined in key moments. Why? If this keeps up, the Fever risk not just losing games, but alienating Clark completely.
Caitlin Clark gets everybody involved, but at the same time, when she has it, she has the ball all the time. So it's how you figure that.
You got to use the word kind of, because when you're scoring 70 points per game, 81 points per game without Caitlin Clark.
An all-star weekend. It is not an all-star break. you go do all the stuff and then you play again Tuesday after playing the Wednesday before.
Lose her trust and they'll lose everything she could bring. Not just wins, but the attention and credibility women's basketball deserves. Caitlin Clark isn't the type of player you fit into a rigid system. She's one of those rare athletes who demand the game adjust to them, not the other way around. Sophie Cunningham hit the nail on the head when she said the Fever need to orbit around Caitlin Clark, not force her to squeeze into some outdated Connecticut playbook. It's not just about the Fever's success. This is about the entire league. If they keep wasting her potential, they risk losing one of the most exciting talents women's basketball has ever seen. The solution? Build around her now. Simple.